here today with Randy Hetrick, the inventor and creator of the TRX suspension trainer. So where'd you get the idea for the suspension trainer?
Well, when I was in the SEAL teams, we're deploying all over the world. So, trying to maintain a very, very high level of physical readiness, but deploy to places where you can't really train. There's no gyms, there's nothing. And I had accidentally deployed on an operation with my jiu-jitsu blue belt stuffed into one of my gear bags. And while I was in this little warehouse wanting to train the upper body for a climbing mission, I just, found it, was like, what the heck did I bring this thing for? Yeah. Went out, tied a knot in the end of it, threw it over the top of a door inside this warehouse and started playing around with lifting my own body weight.
Oh, okay.
Part of my body being grounded, part of my body being the resistive force that I could lift against gravity. And one thing led to another. I found some old webbing in one of the spare gearboxes that we had to kind of improve on it a little, and ended up creating kind of the upside down Y that you see today in the TRX.
Cool. Okay. How long ago did you create it?
Well, that Cro-Magnon prototype was back around 1997, 1996.
Okay.
And then guys would ask me to, hey boss, make me one of your gizmos, and I had a buddy out in the parachute loft who would make them for guys in the squadron for cases of beer.
Okay.
and then over time, I just kept tweaking it.
Yeah.
And SEALs are pretty innovative cats, especially where it comes to training. And so, guys would come up and say, hey, check this out. Look at, I came up with this or that. And over time, by the time that I was promoting out of the field and decided to go back to business school, and I had a pretty good sense that, at least among the elites, that this was a type of training that was going to catch on.
So what are we doing today? What type of workout do you have in store?
Well, I thought we'd just give you a little flavor, maybe 15 minutes. So the kind of thing that a trainer could do with a client as part of another workout, at the end of a workout, or give it to a client to take on the road with them. And it'll be enough to get you what you need. I'm sure.
Perfect. All right. So how are you gonna have me started?
So we're gonna start with a little warm up. Okay. We got it hooked up here to the frame, but obviously you can hook it up to anything. And so I'm gonna have you start out with just a squat row, right? Which is just squatting down and then rowing up. And obviously, as you move your feet toward the anchor point, you can add a little bit more resistance. But right now, we're just gonna warm up.
That's what I like about getting the hips into it. I can feel the back. Just if I've been sitting all day, this is a great way to kind of light up the whole posterior chain and stretch those hip flexors.
And one exercise all the way up the back side to get you warm. We'll do a couple more reps, and then I'm gonna flip you around.
Okay.
And you're gonna go into a lunging fly for the front side of the body, just because I don't want to get into the meat of the work without starting to wake you up. So now, I like to drop my hands into the cradles, the foot cradles for this one.
Yeah.
And then as you step out toward me, step out into a lunge.
Big stretch. Oh man.
And just take your time on this one. Really just kind of warm up, get into the chest, because we're going to do a little bit of chest work, a bunch of core work. And this is a great one for that hip flexor on the trailing leg.
Yeah, this definitely opens all. If I've been sitting at my computer all day, which I was this morning,
there you go.
This definitely opens everything up and gets it ready for what's to come.
Now take a big step out and hold the bottom for me.
All right.
Yeah, just kind of settle into that one for a minute. Really, where you should be feeling this all down the lateral side of the body.
This is one of my favorite little warm-ups, kind of just light everything up, open it up.
And you'll see this one at the end. And now switch sides, because we'll come back to that one at the end. For the same, there you go. And leaning forward into the lead knee really gets into that hip flexor and the ribs on the opposite side.
Again, that triplane stretch into that back hip really will open up and get more power, more strength out of it.
Yeah, well, we're going to get some of that from you. Now just do a few more reps at regular speed, and then we'll get into our first little bit of the workout.
I'm a little nervous here. Working out with a true special operator.
Now, so we're going to start with the front side of the body since we're warm. Shift back up to the handles, and I'm going to lengthen you out just a little bit here. Okay. Put the length of your arms in. Now, walk back into modest resistance. We're going to start with what we call a clock press. Short arm presses, long arm flies, just like a clock.
So here, there's short arm and long arm.
Yep, and then switch sides, exactly. We'll give you about 30 seconds on that.
Gotcha.
Now, as Pete's doing this, he's got his core's activated. You feel your core on?
Yeah.
This isn't your uncle's chest press, right?
No.
He's got one side flying for the anterior shoulder, core engagement, a little bit of asymmetric load. There's a lot going on here. You feeling it?
I have to dig my feet into the ground, I have to brace through the hips, squeeze the glutes.
And if you wanted more, you'd walk your feet back. If you wanted a little bit less, you'd walk your feet toward me.
Yeah.
Never sacrificing in form. And one more each side. And stop. Okay, now we're gonna flip around, but we're gonna tie them together and we're gonna go to the power pole.
Gotcha.
Do a little front side pressing and then a little back side.
This is the way I always use it, because I always like making sure the handles are secure. I know you have different generations of suspension trainer out there, but I'm just used to doing this because I think it gets me in the habit of being safe whenever I use it.
That's a great way to do it. You can't go wrong. The new ones all have a locking loop, but the old ones don't, and so it's best to lock it together, and you're an old pro. So you can see Pete's been doing this power pull before. Now I'll challenge him by having him slow down a little and reach all the way out here and look at me. There, now when he does that, he has to uncoil.
Yeah, this is
and then recoil. There you go. A couple more, and then straight over into the other arm. So just make the transition. This will also let you know if one side of your body is stronger than the other, which in most of us it is.
Yeah, this left shoulder's a little weaker.
Yeah, everybody's got their their dings and bruises from years on the road. Couple more, and time. Now we're gonna go down to the ground, and we're gonna, because we're working through his body, starting up high, working front side, then back side, and then he's gonna go down to the ground, and we're gonna work. We're gonna start with him working front side.
All right, so front side.
So let's shorten these up just a little.
Gotcha.
I like them about the length of my foot from the ground. That's how I gauge it. And then I'll there you go. Roll on over into get you all set up. All right, now he's in a plank. We're gonna do a crunch to a pike. So just start nice and slow. So there's a crunch, up in the pike. Looking great. Now, he's gonna have a hard time talking here, but I'm gonna guess that you're feeling that whole anterior core muscle set already.
Yeah, the heart rate's coming up.
This is a great
coming up.
To
this
bring
might not look hard, but I'm really getting the abdominal muscles going.
There you go.
The little abdominal muscles I have.
Couple more reps. He's bringing his heart rate up on this one. This is one that you definitely have a high metabolic component. And then just put in a couple push-ups for me, Pete, at the bottom. Turning this into the atomic pike and the atomic.
Oh, man.
Good job. All right, man. So now, go down and just flip over, and I'm going to keep you down on the ground, and we'll just put your heels in.
Gotcha, thank you.
All right, I'll give you a hand now. You lay back. You want to make sure that the suspension trainer is basically straight under its anchor point.
Does it matter where my feet are, like in terms for resistance?
As you move away from the anchor point, gravity is pulling against you, so it gets a little harder. As you push to the other side of the anchor point, gravity helps you, so it's a little easier.
Okay.
The other ways to make it harder or easier is he can keep his butt on the ground. Now just go ahead and do a keep your butt on the ground.
Gotta get the movement in here.
Yeah, so when you think about different levels of clients, right?
Yeah.
Keeping the bum on the ground and just thinking about activating down into those heels.
Yeah, most people don't think of training the hamstrings like this, but I'm feeling the hamstrings working with the calves as one solid loop, as one solid feedback loop.
Absolutely. And so this is a great place to start, but then for a little more advanced, guy like I'm gonna have him lift his butt off the ground. Now he really loads it. So now bring him in, and we're gonna add an abduction. So out here, open up, and then back together. Yeah. Now you talk about a great one for glute and low back integration.
Keeping those hips lifted up and everything, right through the hips there.
You feeling that?
Definitely feel those lateral hips are going. So here, posterior chain, and the lateral chain, getting those fascial lines. Whoop, drop my tailbone there.
There you go. And that's, you got core training here, but posterior core.
Oh man, all right.
Couple more. And time. All right, now, his heart rate you can hear is up a little bit. Now he's gonna go up, and where we're gonna finish this one off is, actually, we'll have you do, just because I don't want you to get cheated, we're gonna have you do one crossing balance lunge.
Okay. So back in here?
Yeah.
Cool.
And just, you can alternate sides, or you can do one side at a time. We'll bring his heart rate down just a little here because then we're gonna finish it off with a metabolic blast.
I like this into the hip though, man. People don't realize that this is a great way for runners. This can help reduce a lot of knee pain.
Really
getting the medius firing.
Loading up that glute. And if you wanna, basic, your touch. A little more advanced, don't touch with that back foot. Now you add the balance component. Feel that stabilization challenge?
Yeah, I definitely felt it in that hip.
All right, so now he's talking again, so I can tell his heart rate's back down. So now we're gonna finish up with one of my favorites. I like to finish like I believe my buddy Pete Holman does with his stuff with a little bit of metabolic blast, right? All right. The TRX burpee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and hook these together. You don't need to, but this is a nice way to do it. So go ahead and put your right foot in there. We'll work the left leg first.
So right foot in, left leg.
And right there, and the way I like to set this up is I like to set up so that I can, at the top, so you might hop back just a touch.
Okay.
Right there should be about perfect.
Gotcha.
All right, now, as you come down, you're gonna come down into a plank, do your push-up, pop back up, and then leap and clap. There you go. Now keep those going. Now, this will bring Pete's heart rate up. Now, he's touching at the back, and that's the great place to start. If he wants to take it up a little, then he does no touch and floats that back foot. So give me a couple with a floating back foot. There you go. Oh yeah, you feel that.
Oh man.
Couple more reps and we'll switch sides.
Oh, this is freaking tough.
Last rep. Bam. All right, now.
Oh man.
Now the good news is,
Half a little breather here.
that one's done. The bad news is we got another leg.
Yeah.
So
Okay, get the left foot.
so you got to work the put the left foot in, work the right leg.
Okay.
So now let's break this down once as you go down. So first you're lunging, come down, push up, then pop back up, and then a leap. So you talk about all the different stability, strength, metabolic training, core training. You got an asymmetric load between the left leg and the right leg. All kinds of stuff going on here. Okay, last three. There's 3, 2, and time.
Oh,
very nice, very nice.
Whew, that smoked me, man. So
right.
what are you gonna do for the cool down?
Well, so we're gonna get a little cool down going for you, and we'll do a little something quick for the back side, a little something quick for the front side, and a little something for the side.
I like that, man. My heart rate was definitely up, so I can see how this will work for you in the field.
You feel the way that took your heart rate through the roof,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start out, just drop your bum back, and you don't need a
Keep
lot
the legs straight?
walk away a little more.
Okay,
Yeah, this is
okay.
just low back stretch,
Gotcha.
right? So you don't need much load here.
No, that feels good.
Just really, this is a great one for you spend all day standing on your feet or sitting at a desk. This one decompresses the lumbar.
There's a lot of distraction here in the lumbar vertebrae.
Yeah, now take one and straighten your leg and then rotate away from it. Bend the knee. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And then opposite. There you go. Just
All
back
right, I
and
like
forth.
this.
Really just
straight.
decompress.
So one bend.
Bring the heart rate down.
More straight.
You can play with it. One of the great things about the stretches on the TRX is you stretch what's right for you, right? You find your...
Oh man, this feels great because it's really unwinding
nice.
in all 3 dimensions at the same time.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites for the end of the day. All right, now we're gonna come up. Now, all I want you to do, stay right there.
Okay.
Step across with your right foot.
Gotcha.
Turn that way, and we're gonna get into the side body. Just let your hip fall away here. And just relax. There you go. Feel that all the way up, right?
Yeah.
We did some pulling, we did some pushing, we worked some core, front side and back side, and they just settle into it.
That feels really good.
And just breathe into it. Exactly, come in and out of it a little bit, and then we'll have you swap over the other side, left leg forward.
Gotcha, thank you.
Just let the right, and then just let the right leg fall away. There you go.
Yeah.
So this really opens up the side body.
No, that's really, going back to that workout, I really like that. It was quick, and there's a ton of research just about how little metabolic hits like that can really boost VO2 and just do a great aerobic conditioning if you don't have a lot of time for exercise.
Well, we didn't take much time today.
No.
All right, now turn toward me, and you're gonna, remember how we started with that lunge fly?
Yeah.
And we're gonna finish that way.
I like because
you
you the
did-
hands in the cradle. I usually hold on to the handles, but I like this option.
So now step out, get a big step out there with that lead leg. And now really rotate into it. There you go. And settle down into it.
Oh yeah.
Because with all those crunches and the pikes you did, right, for the hip flexors and for the core, this is a great way to open that up.
That feels really good.
Now, without moving, just rotate the other way. There you go, get a little T-spine.
Get a little balance challenge.
A little
there. I can
balance,
feel
a
the
little
hip.
T-spine. And then switch your lead leg. Come up, switch the other. See, now he's back down to a talking cadence, heart rate down.
Heart rate much more under control, breathing almost back to normal. That's what I like about this stuff is you can get a nice little fry in there with clients when you're on the road. And I've actually traveled with mine quite a bit. It's one of the things I like throwing in my kit when I hit the road and do workshops and stuff, because no matter what the hotel gym has to offer, I know I can get my workout in.
That's right. There's, that's good and bad, right? You never have an excuse. and there you go. There's I don't know what we were probably 12, maybe 12, not more than 15
No,
minutes.
not more than
start the
15
thing.
minutes. Well, where can we get more information about TRX?
So everything you need to know, trxtraining.com.
Cool. Hey, Randy, thanks for your time today, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.